The simple golf backswing for new golfers, for accomplished golfers, for anyone who wants to build a really solid foundation to improve their golf swing. I'm going to give you an idea, deconstruct the backswing so you can reconstruct it at home and get yourself in a good position to hit the best shots you've ever hit. So with so many golfers getting in complete messes with their backswing where they do encourage horrible deliveries, they get in messes that need unpicking on the way down, which is why we then see some funny impacts and funny positions. So even though you don't hit the ball with your backswing, it's important that you try to make a backswing that allows everything else to kind of work. They are very closely related for lots of golfers, and you will see extremes. Obviously tour pros doing some funky backswings, but they are managing all those matchups. Your average golfer who wants to just be a little bit more consistent, or your new golfer who wants to build some foundations, they're often not so good at managing those kinks, if we like. So the more kind of regulated we can make it for lots of golfers, it just really does make it simple. So let's break this backswing down. We've got to try and get the club from the ground up in the air and generally over trail shoulder. That's what we're going for. They're the positions you're going to see the world's best and good players in your club, better handicappers getting in. And there will be variations, and there'll be variations of club face, like I say, with the matchups. And we'll talk about a few of those in this very simple breakdown of the backswing. But the objective is to get the club over your trail shoulder somewhat in a way that's going to allow us to deliver that club and hit that desired shot. So we're going to break it down into really simple moves, just 3 simple moves. So number 1, as you make your backswing, you're going to have a combination of body tilts and turns, okay, which we're going to come to. You also have an element of arms lifting, so from your shoulders, basically just lifting your arms up. And then we have an element of trail elbow bend and wrist bend. Arms lift, bit of bending in some elements of the right arm, and we want turns and tilts. It's as simple as that. Use this drill at home, at the range, to start feeling how they connect up. You can stand to a golf ball like I am here, or an imaginary ball. Get yourself in setup position. Now I want you just to stand up. Just stand up dead straight. Now from here, grip on, just relax your arms down out in front of you, but I want you to pick your arms up. So somewhere around shoulder height with your hands. It's nice and relaxed, just pick your arms up. Now you want to try and get the club over right shoulder, and I'm going to bend the trail elbow for that right elbow, and then just bend my trail wrist as well. Just bend it back, and that club is now over my right shoulder. This arm is bent with trail wrist bend. Now from here I can rotate with tilts, and look where I am. Yeah, there's your textbook backswing. It's as simple as that. We are picking our arms up, bending our elbow, bending the wrist, turning with tilts. What's all the fuss about? That's so simple, isn't it? So I could use this in a practice swing. I can do this with iron or driver. So I'm going to stand up, arms up to around shoulder height, bend elbow, bend wrist, almost do that at the same time. And then I'm just going to turn and tilt down and look at the ball. Practice swing. I'm literally going to put myself in this position to feel what it's like to deliver the club from this position. Because if you're someone who does something like this, let's break it down in another way. Let's say you're someone who picks your arms up a little bit. So you don't pick your arms up that much, you pick them up a little bit. See how they're now kind of middle of my chest height. And let's say you're someone who tends to almost extend trail wrist, almost straighten it, don't bend it back, which will then cup lead wrist. Let's get lead wrist working this way. There's trail wrist. I said extend there and I didn't mean that. I mean go almost into flexion this way in the trail wrist. So arms up a little bit, trail wrist going towards flexion, lead wrist extending. Then I try and do my backswing. Notice these positions. So now I've got the club stuffed over here, the face isn't in a great position. This is a great chance for me to now start rotating and letting that club get over the hands, down and across. So for someone who might do it that way and feel more comfortable, you might be someone who needs to pick your arms up a bit more, a bit higher. And then as you put the club over trail shoulder, you need to flatten lead wrist, and then you need to bend back trail wrist. So more extension in trail wrist. See what I'm saying? You're gonna get your arms higher. You're going to bend trail wrist, trail elbow, then you're going to turn. You're going to think, oh, hang on, that's a very different feeling and position. And again, put that into a few actions, because the trouble with breaking the backswing down this way is it can be quite abstract. For some people, they're at home watching this going, oh my word, Like they're literally having a light bulb moment and thinking, wow, yeah, why am I creating so much fuss? I could practice this at home in the office. It's like it's really clicking. But there'll be other people who'll be saying, well, I don't want to put my arms up there and do this because that's not what I do in the golf swing. I can't relate that to the golf swing. If you're one of those people, you are the person who definitely needs to work this into a swing so you do get that connection. You get that mental connection of your arms going up, your body tilting and turning, trail elbow and wrist bending the way it needs to. Now you could be someone who picks your arms up a lot. So I'm going to pick my hands up a lot and I'm going to get the club almost over trail shoulder with not much bend in trail wrist or elbow. And then I'm going to tilt and turn. We see these positions a lot, don't we? Where the arms almost going across the face, hands, everything quite high, and then again, club coming down and crashing on the way down. It's a great way of really getting that backswing dialed into a position that would allow you to deliver with more consistency. Don't be afraid to do it for some other clubs as well. Get your driver out. So I'm gonna set myself up, stand up straight, just put the club out in front of me, arms up towards shoulder height. Get these bends, trail elbow, trail wrist. I could even straighten this wrist or if I want to, tilt and turn. I mean, that's such a good backswing position, isn't it? Like it's so textbook what we're getting in there. And the thing for me, someone who has a relatively textbook backswing, it has its issues, it doesn't feel that different. It feels quite normal, whatever club I pick up. And you might find that you pick up your driver and it feels crazy. You pick up your 9-iron and it feels easy. One of the most common questions we get, why can I draw my irons but I slice my driver? Often you're not making the same action at all. So doing it with different clubs is going to be really key to, again, piecing it all together. And talking about piecing it together, let's do that now. And a really simplistic order for you to start getting this on the course working for you is I want you to break your backswing down into 3 ideas and try this order. And not everyone it'll work this way, but you know, give this a go. So I'm going to stand to my ball. What I'm going to do is start rotating chest and hips. So I'm going to start turning hips. Certainly back's going to start going towards the target. Now from around here, I'm going to start picking my arms up as I keep turning. So now this is the lifting part. Okay, so I'm getting here, I'm going to start lifting. And then just to set, I'm going to let trail elbow bend and right wrist bend back, and that sets the club. So the order I'm going is I'm going rotating, lift arms, bend, swing. I'm almost piecing it together that way. And when we do this with students, it is unbelievable. Honestly, the light bulb moments they have, it's so great to watch students go, wow, that's, so turn, lift, bend. Yeah, simple as that. For me, if I was working it into a shot, I might do a combination of this and then step behind, step into my shot. Because it doesn't feel that abstract to me, I'm going to piece those ideas together and I can piece it into my golf shot. Now, if you can't, doing it here, going back and putting it through, oh, that's a good shot. If that is too abstract, let's think about getting you to do it this way. So you're going to be the rotate, lift, set as you keep rotating. Rotate, lift, keep rotating, set. Rotate, lift as you keep turning, set. You know, you're going to piece them together in that way, which feels then as you get to the ball more realistic. That might give you a better chance of piecing that again together into the golf shot. Oh, struck. Making the most simple backswing you can, putting yourself in a position that's going to allow you to succeed is positive to so many golfers. Now, if you want to improve your strikes with your iron so much, you've got to control your loft in amongst these ideas, which this video is going to lead on and let you continue your learning.